It's Thursday. Somehow I managed to wake up before my alarm, and the first thing I think of when I open my eyes is that today is the day that Rachel and I need to take our contest photo. I lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, and wonder why I don't feel more anxious about it. I actually feel kind of calm. Maybe calm's not the right word, but I feel okay. I think it's because of the pact that Rachel and I made yesterday to go into this thing without any expectations or pressure. It feels like a huge weight is off my shoulders. I bet she feels the same way. Whatever photo we take and whether or not we win, I know I won't regret trying. There will be lots of opportunities just like this one in my future. I just have to be brave enough to take them. My phone lights up with an alert. I roll over onto my stomach and fling an arm out to grab it. Rachel, of course. The plan for Beauty Sleep crashed and burned like a catchy Y2K one-hit wonder. R.I.P. Rachel Amber. Oh my god, no. Irony. Oh my god, no. I'm sorry. Ibex are in this season. Are they? They will be once Blackwell sees me rocking them. Wow, confidence. That's actually probably true. I think you can make anything look trendy. With great power comes great fashion statements. And great Ibex. Good thing I have this brand new concealer that I had to sell my firstborn child to offer. I can't decide who's more overdramatic, you or Chloe. You can make that judgment call after I paint my face in this shit. I'm on my way to the bathroom right now. I do need to start my morning routine. I'll see you there. I set my phone down and climb out of bed right away. I quickly get dressed and grab my facial cleanser and a few other things, and then I head out into the hallway. I spot Rachel right away. She's still got her phone out, thumb swiping at the screen as she lingers by the bulletin board. So it's the day of reckoning. Rachel lowers her phone to greet me, smiling. So ominous. I'm not really as nervous about it as I was yesterday, not anymore. Yeah, I feel a lot better about it too. As Rachel reaches up to run a hand through her long hair, my nose picks up a scent that I recognize. Lavender oil? You bet. She's wearing the gift I bought for her. I suddenly feel flustered. I don't know why. It smells really good. Rachel grins. I wouldn't complain if you wanted to stand closer. She holds her hand out as if to beckon me over, her eyes sparkling, and once more I can't say no to that smile. I step in closer. Rachel grasps me by the arm. With her other hand, she draws her hair back over her shoulder. She smells so good. I don't think it's just the lavender oil either, and her hair looks so soft. The only reason I pull back is because Rachel lets go of my arm. I come to like I'm waking up from a deep sleep. I told you lavender oil was a perfect choice. No regrets there. Yeah. Focus, Max. Rachel slips her phone into her back pocket and gives a little nod of her head to indicate that I should follow. Come on. I follow Rachel down the hallway towards the bathroom. It's clearing out just as we reach it. Our peers are brushing past us in towels, laughing together. Rachel walks over to the sinks to wash her hands. I join her, turning the water on hot and leaning in to splash my face before I start to brush my teeth. I watch as Rachel expertly applies the concealer she'd bought yesterday, sweeping beneath her eyes and blending with her fingertips. She notices me watching her. I'm trying to fix my own hot mess so that I don't look completely dead in the photo. You really look fine. I pause so that I can spit out the foam and rinse my mouth. You always look really good. Okay, correction. By model standards, I look terrifying. I huff dramatically. So my standards aren't up to par? Don't you dare, you know what I mean. Cracking a smile, I glance at her as I rearrange my hair slightly in the mirror, meeting her eyes in its reflection. Not really. I think you could be in any editorial just the way you are right now. At that, Rachel sighs, her smile fading. It's not exactly the response I'd been hoping for. Did I say something wrong? Speaking of editorials, the agency called this morning. Really? What did they want? An answer. I told them I hadn't made up my mind yet, but I've got until the end of the month. We're still looking at one another in the mirror. Rachel has put her makeup down, her hands resting against the sink. So, you still have time. Not enough of it. Not enough of it. Empathize or advise? I don't, it seems like a simple choice, but you have to always be careful what you tell people to encourage them. But some people worry too much, I guess. You shouldn't worry about it. Don't even think about it. Out of sight, out of mind, right? You have to make a choice when it comes so... Well, not really what I mean. That's not really what I meant. So you're saying like I should cross the bridge when I get to it? Yeah. Even though hearing this from someone like me probably sounds totally hypocritical. No, you're right. I'm going to have to make my decision eventually. Time's moving forward and it's going to be the end of the month before we even know it. Stressing about it's probably useless, huh? Yep. Not useless, just not productive, probably. Rachel looks thoughtful. Out of sight, out of mind. I'll give it a shot. We're still looking at one another in the mirror. Mirrors, cameras. The world is full of lenses and filters. Hey, so do you think you're ready? For the photo shoot? Yeah. Rachel's voice is a little strained. Even beneath her impeccable makeup, she looks tense. Let's comfort her. Listen, Rachel. Everything's gonna be fine. I know it. No matter what happens with the contest. Yeah, I know. No expectations, right? At least I'll get to have this contract out of my head for an hour or two. I wish I knew how to help her not stress about it. Let me know if there's anything I can do. Just say the word, okay? You're something else, Max. No wonder Chloe calls you a superhero. I told myself yesterday that I wanted Rachel to trust me, so that I could try to help her with the things that seem to burden her. I'm still figuring out how, but I think I'm getting closer to the answer. Well, Max, do you think you'll be ready to ditch in the next 5 minutes or so? Cause if we catch the next bus out, we'll get some amazing light on the beach. Whoa, you want to leave now? Haven't you ever just look at the sunrise just because? Now that I think about it, I guess I haven't. I've never even thought about it before. I've seen plenty of sunsets. It's one of my favorite times to take photos. Whenever I think of the golden hour, I think of those short minutes before the dust settles in, when the sun is still visible above the horizon. But I always forget that you can catch the golden hour at dawn too. I've just never gotten up early enough to try. Is there a problem with everybody? Everybody's lazy to get up. It's beautiful. It's beautiful out on the beach. Promise. There's nothing like watching the sun come up over the water. That's when the light turns everything gold. And you just watch, amazed, cause the world is such a beautiful place. She looks dreamy, her gaze somewhere far away. I believe you, so I guess we should get going. I can't wait to show you. Rachel was completely right. The beach is absolutely beautiful at sunrise. The moment we step off the bus, we're awash in purple and red and orange. It's a totally different kind of golden hour. Wowzer. Told you so. I'm so amazed by our surroundings that I hardly noticed the early morning chill. My eyes are fixed on the water and the sky, so bright they're almost blinding. Part of me is super tempted to just whip my camera out and start snapping photo after photo, but I take a moment to just stand there and enjoy it with my eyes, not my camera. Rachel seems to be thinking the same thing because she just stands next to me, silent, and watches the horizon too. I'm thinking again about how much she seems to belong here when she speaks up a minute later. Let's get closer to the water. I follow Rachel down to the sand, tearing my eyes from the sky to run my gaze towards the cliff, where the lighthouse stands in silhouette. The beach is completely empty. There's no one else here this early in the morning. I'm really pleased about that. I wonder if that's because it's good for my photography or if it's because I just want more of Rachel to myself. Ho ho. I haven't already had enough of her to myself this week. It's been crazy getting to spend so much time with one of the most popular and busy girls at Blackwell. But I get why so many people are drawn to her. I understand it even more now. It's hard not to be charmed by her. Still, I wonder how much of that is the real Rachel Amber. I don't know as much as you about lighting and photography, but this'll work for you, right? Rachel walks us closer to the water, stopping right before we reach the wet sand. She stands there looking up at the lighthouse, then turns to me. Oh yes, it's perfect. Now we just have to think of a place and an angle. I watch as Rachel kneels to loosen her sneakers before kicking them off. You aren't planning on going swimming again, are you? Rachel jerks her head towards me. Are you making fun of me? How bold, Max. Who knows, maybe you've had a bikini on underneath your clothes all morning? No, but I could strip down again if you insist. Oh, I'm kidding. But we should definitely go swimming in the summer, you and I. Whether that's here or in LA. Really? I'd love that. I mean, if you do wind up going, I'll have to figure out a way to visit. You should come with Chloe. Right, Chloe and I should come and... I trail off, realizing something about Rachel's contract. Okay. She said I think she's only told Max about it. But what can we go with? Maybe this is what she's been thinking all along. Are you going to ask Chloe to go with you? I don't seem too direct, so maybe I'll go with this. Bonus photo unlock dreams. Are you going to ask Chloe to go with you? I want to, but I don't think she'll understand. Huh? It was our dream. Chloe and I have wanted to head to California together for years. We ran ourselves into the ground trying to work out a plan. But the key to that was, together. She's gonna be pissed and hurt. Oh, I think I get it now. You think Chloe won't be able to go with you? We've just never been able to come up with the money. I know the agency will be willing to help me out if I accept, but you can bring Chloe with you. But that's how it always goes with me. More promises I can't keep and expectations I can't live up to. Rachel trails off. Okay, that's wrong there. Rachel trails off, shaking her head. I'm going to tell Chloe about it this weekend. I don't know how she'll take it, but I promise I'm not going to keep her in the dark. No matter what my decision ends up being. Rachel. I offer her an encouraging smile. Maybe Chloe will be disappointed at first, but if you end up going, I think it'll motivate her to work even harder so that she can join you. Yeah, that sounds like Chloe, always committed and determined. Chloe might be stubborn, but that's a good thing more than it's a bad thing. I just know she wants you to follow your dreams. If Chloe can forgive me, then I know that she can forgive Rachel, and that she won't settle for any less than making things work for herself too. Max. Rachel lights up, smiling, her face glowing into the sunrise. You know what else I'm going to tell her? Thank you for befriending you so long ago so that I could get to meet you too. I think I owe her the exact same thank you. She reaches out and squeezes my arm before her hands drops away, and she turns to face the ocean, stepping out onto the wet sand. I watch her bare feet sink in. She barely flinches, and even when the cold surf comes to slosh up around her ankles. Here, right here. Here? The photo. I can feel it. This is the spot. I look at Rachel's back turned towards me, and then out towards the ocean. The sun has inched up a little higher. We're quickly approaching perfect lighting conditions, and I know that once we have them, there'll only be a couple of minutes to get the shot. Rachel is standing so straight and so calm against the sky and the water. I can suddenly feel it too. You're right. It's gotta be here. She turns to look at me over her shoulder, smiling, and then walks closer to the water. As she steps into the surf, I pull my camera out so that I can ready myself. I wipe off the lens and tear open a new package of film, pushing it in and removing the dark side when it rolls out. I store it in my bag for safekeeping. I decide to take the rest of the shot to make sure the film is good. There's one thing I know I definitely want a photo of: the lighthouse. I aim my camera up towards the cliff through the lens. It looks even tinier. I tuck the photo free and slide it into my bag so I can develop somewhere dark. As I wait, I turn to see what Rachel's up to. I'm surprised to find that she's sitting on the shore, cross-legged while the water inches towards her. For a moment, I hesitate, worrying about the cold, but then I decide that I don't care, and after removing my shoes, I join her. It is cold, and it's definitely not pleasant, but sitting next to her is not bad either. Rachel turns to look at me with a smile, but then she looks back out towards the ocean, so I decide to stay quiet too. Max, I'm really grateful for you. It comes out of nowhere. I can't help my surprise. Thank you. I feel like I can be real with you. Oh, Rachel. I'm tired of always pretending. It's Is it just my imagination, or is Rachel's voice wavering? I'm always something different to everyone. Everyone has an idea of the person I am, or the person I should be, or the person they want me to be. And while I've been busy trying to be all those different people, I've forgotten where Rachel is. She draws her knees up to her chest and rests her arms against them, her head tipping forward. My chest clenches up all tight watching her. I let out a breath, realizing I've been holding it in this whole time. Let's be comforting. Rachel, you don't have to pretend around me, I promise. I know, that's why this week has been so special to me. You didn't keep any expectations about me, you just listened. I can't take that much credit, Rachel. To be honest, I hesitate, but if Rachel feels that she can be real with me, then I want to be real with her. I had a lot of thoughts about the kind of person you were too, and I saw that a lot of the things I thought were totally dead wrong. I shouldn't have assumed, or believed rumors, or taken so long to get to know the real you. Oh, Max. Rachel's soft voice lacks any hints of anger. She reaches out to touch my shoulder. But you listened, you really listened, and you let it go. Afraid of being forgotten. Irrelevant, unimportant. I've manipulated people. Manipulated? Ask anyone, even Chloe will probably tell you that. I'm so good at being whatever anyone wants me to be. Sometimes it feels like I'm living a double life, or a triple life, on and on into infinity. How's someone like that supposed to accomplish her own dream? Fuck, I don't even know if I really deserve it. It doesn't feel like I've earned it. It's like nobody knows the real Rachel Amber. And if they did, they wouldn't like her. I kinda like how the writers of this game wrote Rachel so far. Like, knowing that she's a normal human being and there's so much about her. Cause this is how I actually pictured Rachel to have any insecurities if she ever had any. It just fits. Because there's no way someone can be perfect, you know? And I always thought that that's why the developers never actually, like, DONTNOD producers, or, you know, they don't actually introduce Rachel as a real person in the game. We only see her in photographs and in her writing in letters, but even things like that, we know that she's not perfect too. But although, like, it does seem like maybe she's 99%, but I could just see from some of the letters she wrote to Frank and Chloe, she has conflictions too. Yeah, you're real to me. Hearing Rachel say that is like having a weight drop onto my throat and then down onto... Hearing Rachel say that is like having a weight drop into my throat and then down to my stomach. At the beginning of the week, I could never have imagined that Rachel Amber felt and thought these kinds of things. Things I've thought and said to myself before. Things I've never been brave enough to admit to myself. Being insecure and being afraid of unimportance and not deserving my dreams. You're real to me, Rachel. So, you're completely wrong. I watched Rachel's face contort into an expression of shock. I'm wrong? I've seen the real you. You said yourself that you feel like you can be real with me. And I like you. And if you trust me, then you have to believe me. There are so many things I don't like about myself. So I guess I just try to hide them from other people. You don't need to hide. You're real, and how you feel matters. That's a reminder I need to give to myself too. So all that shit about me doesn't bother you? Most of those rumors, they're true. I've had a lot of problems with other people. I've done shit I'm not proud of. Like if you ask Nathan Prescott, all the horrible things he'd have to say about me would probably be justified. I let him on, thought he could take advantage of some rich asshole's money. Then I saw how fucked up he was, and felt like shit about it. And with Frank and the drugs, this time last year, I was barely holding it together. But look at you now. Maybe I'm still getting to know the real Richard Amber, but here's what I know. You're kind and caring. You've such a big heart. You've done your best to help me with the contest, even though there's a million other things you could be doing this week. You give so much of yourself to others. Maybe you're not perfect, but that's fine. You're real. I know that I'm talking to myself again, that these words are as much for me as they are for her, but I know that Rachel would understand. Max. I watch, stunned as Rachel reaches up to wipe her tear away. Are you okay? Rachel laughs thickly, and then, before I even know what's happening, she reaches out and throws her arms around me, pulling me close to her chest. Aw, she's crying. the surf washes up around our legs, but I can barely even feel it with my ear pressed against Rachel's chest, tuned in to the steady thumping of her heart. I carefully lift my arms to embrace her in return, my hands playing across her back. She holds me tight. Yes, I'm okay. I'm more than okay. I think this was all written in the stars. Yeah? It had to be. The universe conspired so that we could meet one another, so that we could be here together in this exact moment. Can you feel it? I don't know what I believe, but hearing Rachel say it, it feels real. It feels like maybe fate did have a hand in this. I can feel it. What I can really feel is her, which is where the answer lies, I think. Rachel pulls back and we gaze at one another. Her smile doesn't seem so mysterious to me anymore. It's a good feeling. Well, it's now or never, Max. She turns her face towards the rising sun. I think it's time. Rachel's right. The sun is at a perfect position over the ocean and the sky has turned the colors of 100 different jewels. I'm sorry to let go of her, but her encouraging smile tells me that it's all right. Okay, let's do this. No expectations. Rachel's reminder of our promise helps embolden me. I nod, smiling. No expectations. I like how they had this special moment before they decided to take the photo. I think that kind of emphasizes the theme of what they're going for. I pull my camera out of my bag and take several steps back. The morning breeze plasters my wet jeans to my calves, but looking at the sun as it glows behind Rachel, I don't feel cold at all. When I lift my camera to my eye, my mind is blissfully blank. I don't mean that I'm not thinking about anything, but I'm not thinking about the things I've spent so much time worrying about. I'm not thinking about my own insecurities, or about winning the contest, or about trying to emulate the greats, or about not achieving my dreams. Instead, the only thing I'm thinking about is the contest team's bond. The bond between model and photographer. The bond between artist and muse. The bond between Rachel and me. Through my lens, she looks completely at peace, and when she raises her arms and cradles the sun within them, I know I have my shot. Whoa. Cool. Don't know why the pose is like that. Friday! I arrive to class before it's due to start, as early as possible, not out of eagerness, but because I barely slept last night from nerves, and it's been impossible to pay attention to any of my classes today. No kind of don't get your hopes up promise beats the butterflies in your stomach, I guess. Still, it's a relief to see Rachel's already there when I walk in. She's sitting on my desk, texting when I approach her. When I approach, she looks up right away. Hey, Max. Today, there's no mistaking her smile as anything but totally open. No enigma there. No enigma here. Hi, Rachel. I see that you decided to be keener. I see that you decided to be a keener too. Not so much. I didn't hear a word of math class today. I spent the whole night marathoning horror movies cause I couldn't sleep. I smoke like an entire pack of cigarettes and watch New Age meditation videos. She's so hippie. We look at one another for a moment before we both start laughing. You should have texted me. I should have, since you're probably already well past Rachel's saturation point anyway. Never. You're nervous, right? Yeah, unfortunately. As much as I've told myself that the pressure's off and not to hope for too much. Rachel nods. I've been thinking about it too. I think at this point it's probably okay to cross our fingers. She offers me a gentle, reassuring smile. Consider my fingers crossed then. I reach into my bag and pull out our contest photo, carefully pinned into a folder. I hold it out for her to see. She takes it eagerly, eyes sparkling. I still love it. You're gonna make me a copy, right? You can have the original. Don't tempt me, I'll really take you up on it. Good, cause I'm not kidding. We laugh together, and I find myself regretting again that I'd never really tried to get to know Rachel before this week. I can't believe I spent a whole year thinking that we'd always need Chloe around in order to relate to one another. Of course, I can't deny another truth to myself, that when my heart races when I'm next to Rachel, it's not just because she's so exciting to be around. I wouldn't be the first person to develop a crush on Rachel Amber, and I definitely know I won't be the last. I love that she's interested in someone like me, but being friends is more than good enough for me. I mean it. Just getting to be around her, knowing that Rachel feels like she can be real with me, is enough to make me happy. I feel really lucky. I've got a crazy idea. Torn from my thoughts, I look up, flustered. What is it? Just hear me out. If we win, Let's get celebratory tattoos. What? Rachel laughs wildly. Come on, just a little tiny one for your little tiny self. I guess, pretending to be offended. You have 1 inch on me, maybe 2. You can put it behind your ear or something so your parents won't kill you. Rachel, this is the single worst idea I've ever heard. But I can't help but smile. Maybe Rachel's impulsivity could be a good thing for Max Caulfield. No, I'm not a big fan of... Oddly, I like tattoos, but I never get one. For reasons. Sure, but only because we probably won't win. I'm half teasing, half serious. I don't know if I really think we're going to win, but I've definitely thought about getting a tattoo before. Maybe this is a little push I need. Famous last words, Max. Rachel's grinning, leaning in towards me. But that's the agreement. If you're up for it, you come back out. The more I think about it, the more I'm okay with the idea. Yeah, I'm up for it. Yeah, I only, the only tattoos I will ever get myself, I think word tattoos or quote tattoos are kind of cheesy. Couple tattoos, cheesy too. Sorry not to offend anyone, it's just my opinion. I really like vine tattoos. I guess Chloe's arm tattoo is something I would go for. And, well, except the skull. I don't like skulls and scary things. But dragons are okay. I love dragons, like ink dragons. Like Rachel's tattoo and vines, yeah, that's what I like. So, patterns and, yeah, maybe Celtic patterns and, yeah, vines. I like those. So it's a deal. Yeah, consider it a deal. I glance around the room. More of our classmates are arriving, including some familiar faces. It feels like I haven't talked to in ages. Rachel sees me looking. Go catch up. I don't think Doc's gonna be here in anytime soon. Thanks, Rachel. I'll come sit with you when class starts. Let's talk to people. Let's talk to Kate. Max, it's good to see you. I've missed our talks. Me too. It's been such a busy week with the contest. Too much excitement for me. Honestly, I'm kind of glad it's over. Why are you so sad, Kate? Alright, I hope Kate's doing well. She seemed kind of down at the beginning of the week. Sorry to hear that. I'm sure you had fun though. I saw you and Rachel talking. Was she your partner? Yeah, she's great. I think the photo we entered was really special and I couldn't have done it without her help. I can't wait to see. I'm sure it's awesome, like all your photos. Kate is so cute. Thanks, Kate. I hope so. I took a deep breath, trying to quell my nerves. Rachel really thinks we have a shot at winning, and it would suck to let her down. Don't worry, I believe in both of you. Even though I don't know Rachel that well, she's so pretty and popular, it's a little intimidating. Rachel and Kate definitely run in completely opposite social circles. I'm not surprised that they don't really know one another. Maybe I should work on changing that. You'll be surprised. She's actually a really sweet person once you get to know her, despite any rumors you've heard. I know how that feels. This school has some real jerks. Maybe my intuition about Kate on Monday was right. What do you mean? I'll tell you later. Good. I really hope Kate knows that she can count on me. Class is about to start anyway, but I'm glad you had fun with Rachel. Maybe I'll stop being so shy one day and talk to her. She's really cool, and she's artsy. I know she'd love to see your drawings. I've missed those days. I've missed those too, by the way. I've had artist block lately, but I actually do have some new stuff to show you. Let's get together later, okay? I think class is going to be starting soon. Absolutely. See you later, Kate. Okay, Chloe. Hey, superstar. Oh, it's such a relief to be able to finally talk with Chloe again. I can't help but grin. Chloe, hey! How you feeling? I know how you get before these things. Well, nervous. Typical. You shouldn't be, though Rachel's been singing your praises all week. She has? Yeah, and it's hella annoying. Like, I already know you're talented, she's been barking up the wrong tree all week non-stop. My shoulders slump. Oh, well, that's great of her to say, but it's possible that she might have a little too much faith in me. Oh, okay, Max, somehow I doubt it. There's Chloe's infinite faith in me yet again. I'm serious, this was super important to her, and we've both spent all week working on it. Yeah, I know you have. I've barely seen either of you these last couple of days, which kinda sucks considering. I think I already know what Chloe is going to say, but I can't help the stab of guilt in my chest. Considering what? Considering you guys are my best friend, but it's whatever. What's important right now is that you stop freaking. I'm not freaking. You totally are, and you shouldn't be. You and Rachel are fucking dream team. I can't believe it took you guys this long to work together on something like this. I hate to be the competition. You're going to completely demolish. I can always count on Chloe. No matter what, I'm so happy she's so supportive, even if I didn't get to see her much this week. I'm still not sure of that, but thanks for the vote of confidence, Chloe. Anytime. Anyway, I'll let you go collect your spoils. Don't forget the little people, alright? Never. Oh, Victoria Starbra. Oh, if it isn't Max Caulfield, I'm shocked to see you actually manage to peel yourself away from the mess you've partnered up with. You mean Rachel? Who the fuck else? For a second I thought you'd actually have better taste than that. Of course, Victoria's a total bitch right off the bat. I should have known. Why oh why did I approach her? But of course you'd go straight for Rachel Amber, and now you're hanging off of her so pathetically it's physically nauseating. You look a lot like another one of her dogs. I can practically see you drooling. Ugh, I knew it was a bad idea to talk to you. You don't know anything about Rachel. Yeah, all we know that she's super jealous. I'm not her dog, I'm her friend, and no one else is her dog either. What? Do you actually think you know anything about her? What a fucking joke. Victoria laughed sharply, her lip curling in the sneer I've come to know so well. I wouldn't be surprised if she's stringing you along for the ride too. Shut up, Victoria. I'm sorry, what? I'm serious, I stand up straighter. I'm not going to sink into her level, but I'm not going to let her keep saying all this shit about Rachel either. You don't know a thing about Rachel, and maybe a lot of other people don't either, but that doesn't give you or anyone the right to just make things up about her. Whatever, I was just what? Victoria seems so startled that she doesn't even know what to say. Ugh, never mind. Just be careful, Caulfield. You never know when she'll throw you aside. She won't. Victoria lifts her chin dismissively. Clearly, she's realized that her manipulation is not going to work on me this time round. Fine, not that it matters when I'm going to win anyways. I'm not so sure about that. You never know. Apparently neither do you. So it's gonna be exciting to play Victoria's route. I hurry over to place the folder containing the contest photo on their desk before taking a seat next to Rachel. Yeah, your same speech again, same speech. Yeah. Yep, same thing. I catch Rachel's gaze. She winks at me, just like she did on Monday, right before I asked her to be my partner. That feels like so long ago. Goodness, this was so difficult. I know that the deadline was short and that a lot of you devoted much of your free time this week for your entry. I truly wish that I could award more than one winner. The theme of the contest, Bonds, was a broad concept, and I'm thrilled to see so many different interpretations of it here. That's what photography is all about, personal expression, showing the world the way you see things. That said, there's only one entry in particular that truly embraces this theme. This photo embodies a sense of total peace between the subject and nature, and with the photographer. My heart skips a beat, or 10. There's no way they're talking about our photo. The unique version of the novice photographer makes me think that we'll see some amazing things from them in the future, and hopefully they'll continue collaborating with their partner. So I'm extra pleased to announce that the winners of the second annual Blackwell photo contest are Maxine Caulfield and Rachel Amber. Congratulations. The class burst into a round of applause. We won? We won! I seriously can't believe it. I can hear the teacher praising us and our classmates all admiring our photo, and Chloe's extra loud whooping and hollering. But it's like it's all happening to someone else. Rachel throws her arms around me, wrapping me in a tight hug. I hug her right back, laughing in disbelief. This is a moment that deserves a wowzer, if there ever was one. But all I can manage to say is, we did it. She pulls back, and I can't help but think that if I look at half as happy as she does right now, I might never be able to stop smiling. Congratulations, Max. I couldn't have done it without you, for reals. The bell signaling the end of the class goes off, and after we take a few minutes to talk to our friends and I make arrangements to see Chloe later, Rachel tucks me towards the door. She's bright-eyed and glowing, and I have a feeling she's got an idea or announcement. I know the perfect place for a future photo shoot, and you should come see it with me right away. Future photo shoot, huh? We're going to be collaborating a lot in the future, right? We can't let Doc down. You're right, how could we ever disappoint our dear teacher? Last class of the week, last one I'll ever ask you to skip. Forever? This month. I laugh. Good enough. Let's see this mystery place. I don't think I could have said no even if I wanted to. I want to go on all kinds of adventures with Rachel. I don't just want to catch her in my lens. I want to see her with my own eyes and to see the world through hers. I extend my hand out to her, trying to look confident, but I'm holding my breath, wondering if she'll take it. When she does, she locks our fingers together. They're a picture-perfect fit. I don't know why Rachel is planning on taking me, but I just assumed it would be somewhere off campus. That's why when she's starting to lead me towards the dormitories, I feel confused. A photo shoot at the dorms? I can't think of a single thing there that I haven't photographed before. But my confusion starts to clear up a little when I realize where she's bringing me. Her room. It's Rachel's room, which I never actually gotten to see before. Sure, I've dropped by to say hi when Chloe's been around, but I haven't ever been inside. I've only caught glimpses of it from the doorway. There's a deer poster, then there's a bong, dream catcher, yeah. All the things shows into that. Oh, there's that thingy, the thing with the sticks and the scent. I don't know what it's called. It seems very hippie. I don't know. The air is thick with incense. Yeah, incense, isn't it? Isn't that what it's called? And the light splitting through the windows has given the room a heavy warmth as the sun slips down the sky. Long shadows spill across the floor. Rachel stands back as I step in. I can feel her watching me as I slip my shoes off, trying to feel like a guest and not a stranger in here. She tosses her phone onto her bed and holds her arms out, posing like a model. Come on, say something. So this is the perfect place for a photo shoot. Yeah. Rachel's expression is soft, but there's a cautious weight to her voice that's impossible to miss. She's clearly thinking about this a lot. If we're really going to be collaborating together, then I want to be real with you. And there's nowhere I feel more genuine than right here. This is the place where I don't have to be anyone or anything. I break into a smile. Then it means even more that you've brought me here. Rachel has moved over to her closet to put her shoes away, but I'm still looking around her room. She nods, letting me know it's okay. It's like all of Rachel's hopes are spread out on her walls. She's got posters of old Hollywood starlets, high fashion editorials, 70s and 80s punk rockers, a mix of things that are all different and yet all undeniably Rachel. So this is where she comes to dream about her future. I reach towards the lights strung up over Rachel's window and gently touch one of the photos hanging from the cord. It's a picture of Rachel and Chloe together. I think it's possible at least 2 or 3 years old, because Chloe's hair isn't entirely blue in it. Looking at it makes me feel warm and sad all at once. Sad, because I was gone for so many years and I couldn't make these memories alongside Chloe and Rachel, but warm too, because the future, and the chance to make new memories has never felt brighter than it does now. My future, Rachel's future. There's no guarantee that they'll be connected, but the best part about the future is that it hasn't happened yet, so it can still be shaped and changed, which makes me feel braver than I have in ages. I look over at Rachel. I still barely believe we won. I told you at the start, we're the electric combo. I won't doubt you again. Rachel crosses over the windows and shifts one of her little potted cacti into a shaft of light. She speaks to me over her shoulder. I'm going to go for it. Wait, go for what? The contract. When I was up all last night, it wasn't just because I was thinking about the contest. What you told me yesterday made me really start thinking about what I want, not what anyone else wants out of me. Rachel draws her shoulders back, standing up taller. There's a hard set in her jaw. But she makes me want to keep reaching higher and higher for more and more. Yeah, Rachel really expresses a lot of her ambitiousness. Maybe can rub off on people. Really, Rachel? I'm so glad to hear that. I hold fast to the newly sprouting resolve taking root in my heart. I'm going to try to take all the opportunities that come my way too. Because if I don't take them, someone else will. Right, exactly. It's all thanks to you that I even realized any of this. I spent so much time thinking about what everyone else wanted from me that it started to feel like I'd never get what I wanted. Thanks for the perspective and your eye. I'm not all that brilliant, maybe I was just inspired. Speaking of inspiration, are you still going to want to work with me if you hit it big and I don't? As if that ever happened. Come on, humor me. We'll both be famous, because we're an electric combo, remember? Rachel lifts a hand to her mouth, laughing. Well, an artist does need a muse. I'm no Richard Avedon, but Rachel as my muse. It's not a bad idea. I twist my hands together shyly, venturing a little smile. It's like I said, you, inspire me. We're going to need to get together again, like really soon. I nod eagerly. Yeah, I'd love to do another photo shoot with you, something we can creatively direct without a team set for us. But to my surprise, Rachel shakes her head. Not like that. Oh? I'm confused, but I nod. That's okay, I know you're probably going to be really busy the next few months if you're going to LA. No, Max, it's not that either. Of course I want you to take my photo again. Consider me ready to pose at any time. But what I had in mind was more like a date. If you're willing to give our electric combo an official try. Did I hear that right? Is Rachel seriously asking me on a date? Me? Is she sure she has the right person? My shock renders me momentarily mute, and Rachel's expression shifts to one concern. No go? I thought... Never mind. I'm totally cool with it if you just want to be friends. No, I'm sorry. I love that, Rachel. I feel like I've just sprinted a mile, and I start babbling. I mean, I've never dated anyone before. I've never even been on a date, so I wouldn't really know what I was doing, but if you're okay with that, if you're okay with me, then I definitely want to try. Where's that confidence I just saw? If you're going to try dating me, you've got to show more of it. Never apologize for anything. That's what you've been showing me all this week. You're right, I was kinda surprised. Sorry for being such a geek. You're doing it again. Oh, sorry I catch myself this time. Never apologize for anything. Whoops. Now you're talking. We look at each other. I can't stop smiling. It's almost making my face hurt a little. I know that we're both going to have a lot of work to do in the future on ourselves and with one another. And I know that if I wanted to help Rachel be true to herself and to let her inspire me to be true to myself, then I'll have to work twice as hard. Last week, the idea of that would have been so overwhelming that I probably would have given up before even starting. But now, I'm ready for the challenge. Rachel has opened her heart to me. Not completely, but it's like I can see a silver of light through the door, and I know that what waits on the other side must be incredible. And as long as the door is open just a little, I know she's waiting to let me inside. I'm going to keep my heart and my mind open too. Rachel sinks down onto the sofa near her door, and after she reaches over to flick on the lights strung up on the wall, she pats the spot next to herself invitingly. I sit next to her, trying to meet her gaze is making me feel ridiculously shy. Still, I can't help but look up when she reaches for my hand. Ooh, so cute. It might be hard to try to date. I mean, I'll probably be spending a lot of time in LA over the next few months, maybe even years. I don't know what direction this is going to take. I wish I had a more solid idea. Kind of freaks me out to think about it, even though it freaks me out even more to think about just staying in Arcadia Bay. I shook my head, squeezing her hand tight. I'm fine with figuring it out on the way. You said it yourself, you have to at least try. Really? Yeah, I mean, all artists have to go through a rough period now and then, right? Maybe the distance will inspire me to create an extra special series of photos. I see you've got your future all planned out already. Not really, it's just... I know it's in my hands, or that's what being around you has made me realize. I swallowed the knot in my throat, trying to clear it. It's the same feeling I get when I'm about to cry, but I know that's not it this time. I'm happy. I'm really, really happy. It's gonna be whatever I make of it, whatever we make of it. Rachel has fallen silent. She's got her eyes on the window, where the sun has gone almost completely down, turning the room a purplish red. She's got her teeth pressed to her bottom lip. For a moment, she nods. I'm gonna start living for me. She lets out a long, slow breath. In that exhalation, it sounds like she's unburdening herself for a lifetime of pressure. I feel the same way. Max, thank you. I think about asking for what, but I already know what she meant. I squeeze her hand hard, and in return, she brushes her shoulder against mine. Soft but solid. Real. The future is spread out before us like a million different threads, just waiting to be woven into something beautiful. I can't wait to see what it becomes. What? No kiss? No! What? Aw, man. Wanted a kiss. Everyone gets a kiss but Rachel. Oh well. Well, it wasn't such a bad route, to be honest. I kind of like it. I actually kind of like it more than Chloe's route. I know like Rachel has not been touched on a lot in like the game, Life is Strange game, but I'm thinking of what you can expand on it. There's so many possibilities. And then there's the thing about Chloe's route where a lot of information has been given to us. How can we expand on it even though we have so much information to go on? So like, I don't know. But I really like how they Rachel is kind of like perfect in everyone's eyes, and as a person I can actually relate to that, because I feel like my whole life I've always had this pressure. I do well in school, maybe I'm not that popular or whatever, but like especially my family, they have high expectations of me, and I play sports and I've always been good in it, and because of it I always feel pressured to do well. And I've been taking a lot of like leadership roles in schools and outside school, and a lot of people think I'm really I just think I can relate to Rachel always being pressured and having so much high expectations, and I would get that as Rachel's personality type. I would get that how it works in her perspective and how it has been written in this game. I really like it, like her insecurities, and the contrast between Max's personality and Rachel's. They're like quite different people, but I like how the chemistry works between them. It kind of shows that they are somewhat compatible to give each other like encouragement and confidence. Max is like has low self-esteem and Rachel is like all confidence, but she also has her doubts. And Max can relate to some of those doubts, and with that she can help Rachel see past the need to lie and be something for other people and live for herself, because Max, I think as a character, is kind of like doesn't give a shit what people think, whereas Rachel kind of tries to do that, but she has so many friends and kind of an image to keep, unlike Max. So I really like how this route I really like how this route went, although there was no kiss, but I like the chemistry though, and like the future possibility of that. So yep. Anyway, that was Rachel's route. I'll do a few review as I mentioned when I finish Victoria's route, which will be the last one. So I'll see you guys soon.